Hi, my friends. I hope you're doing well. Today is Saturday, April the 18th, and I wanted to go over some of the new things that have been happening here in Italy. So, on April the 14th, the government issued a statement in regards to what is going to happen after May the 4th, which is when the lockdown is supposed to start winding down, the full lockdown that we've had here in Italy almost for 2 months. So one of the first things that we've been able to do since the last 4 days is we can go now for walks in a larger perimeter than the 200-meter limit that we had before. So that's been wonderful. I've been able to go for a little bit of a hike here close by, and already that makes me feel already a lot better because, to be limited to such a short perimeter is not very, very comforting. The number of deaths have also stabilized. Italy has recorded just under 23,000 total deaths since the beginning of this novel coronavirus crisis. And we are no longer the number one country anymore for the number of total deaths, thankfully. So that's been a great relief. I think most people, the mood here is people are proud of some of the work that's happened here in Italy and the sacrifices that citizens have made to ensure that everyone gets access to top medical care. I think that's been really, really wonderful, and people have really, really, really come together in the last 2 months. Even neighbors, helping one another here. It's been really, really great. However, the general mood, I would say, is that people really want to get back to work. They do understand that it's going to have to be scaled back and that it's not going to take the form it had before. Anyways, as I was saying, some of those changes involve individuals in certain professions as well as freelancers. So they will be able to get back to work after May the 4th. However, they will have to carry with them at all times a mask, gloves, and hand sanitizer, and that will likely continue until the end of the spring and possibly into the summer. As far as restaurants, they're going to open up probably the end of May, courts around the mid-May. Right now we do have delivery happening of food, thankfully, so that's been started again as of April the 14th. And beaches are coming up with some novel solutions for the summer season. So they're proposing plexiglass dividers to keep social distancing. As far as schools, unfortunately, that's not going to happen until September. And they are also stating that even after September, most likely kids will go back to school face-to-face classrooms 3 times a week, and perhaps twice a week it will be done remotely from home. So this is some of the things that they are discussing. I also read about a very perplexing situation that they're finding in China and South Korea. You've probably heard that they're proposing that this virus probably happens in waves. And they have just over 100 people in China and 100 people in South Korea that had the coronavirus, got over it, and now are retesting positive again. And it's not quite clear if they're being reinfected by the virus or if the virus is somehow being reignited within the body. So we'll have to watch and wait in the coming weeks and months to see what is actually happening. So what we do know for sure is that we don't know everything there is to know about this virus, and we have to remain vigilant. Another finding that I read about is some researchers are proposing that the cause of death is not actually pneumonia, that pneumonia is a residual effect, and the real cause of death is due to embolism. As I may have discussed with you, and as you may have heard a million times from other individuals, there's a very strong response that happens in some people when they get the coronavirus, a really strong immune response, which sets off an inflammatory reaction, and this sets off a number of things, and then at the end of the line, pneumonia could happen, and then death. And they're saying, like I said, that the end of the line is actually embolism, and that's what individuals are dying from. So we'll have to see whether that research is going to be corroborated by other institutions in the coming weeks and months. Like I said, what is certain is that we don't know everything that there is to know. and that we need to keep an open mind and also to keep our views, I think, somehow balanced between, making sure that we protect individuals, but also to look out for other vulnerable individuals, perhaps that suffer from depression, that are having a really hard time during this lockdown, or individuals that are going to lose their jobs or have lost their jobs, and they may have worse repercussions after this is all said and done. So I think we need to keep a balance between those two things. Anyways, my friends, I will try and keep you updated in the coming weeks and months with what's happening here. I hope you're enjoying a wonderful weekend with your family and loved ones. Ciao, my friends.